the best products that you have ever seen in your life. And quite frankly, the business has been just as amazing to all of us. So if you're on here today and you think of someone, especially during the Christmas season, going to Christmas parties and gatherings, I tell you, this is something you really would want to share with them. But I've got my first guest ready, and I tell you, her story is absolutely amazing. She's an ambassador with Relive. And Lyra, would you come on and share with us a little bit about what Relive's done for you?
Absolutely. I just love this company. My name is Leah. I'm from Oklahoma. My background is ministry. And when we came back from the mission field, we had some health issues. I dealt with upper respiratory problems, asthma, allergies, but what really got me seeking for something was that 2 of our 4 kids suffered the same thing. Found out about Relive. You know what convinced me was just the stories and just the sincerity of the people who were sharing really grabbed my heart. And so I wanted to embrace this company, took the products, got great results with other things, migraines, hypoglycemia, carpal tunnel. When Lunarich X came out, my triglycerides went from a high normal of 140 to 76. And I couldn't believe it. But you know, my kids got results. They were able to, with the doctor's blessings, no longer use their inhalers. My husband was staring at knee surgery. He did not have to have knee surgery after using these products. We are so grateful. We've been on the products for more than 20 years. And I feel really younger than I did 20 years ago. My husband says, I just feel great. And we know it's because of the Relive products. But you know, before I even got my results, I just couldn't help, after hearing the story, sharing it with people. People got results before I did. And I remember somebody just saying, I wanted to go to the top profit level. I didn't even know what that was. And that started a journey with Relive of the blessings of what happens when we help people with their health. And Relive enabled me, the compensation plan, and just by helping people, enabled me to stay at home, enabled me to homeschool our kids and manage a huge ministry organization. Put my husband through grad school. We paid out over $28,000 in tuition and fees. But that's not the end of the story. Fast forward, and little did I know that Relive, which was going to be our retirement plan, became our safety net. When my husband, being a minister, all of a sudden did not have a job. And we looked at that Relive as just the godsend that we needed. In fact, it was that 2 months later that I got first in the nation, got a check of over $7,000. I'm telling you, people, if Relive is there when I need it, and I love it, I will never stop sharing the hope that Relive has brought to my life with other people.
You're muted, Michelle.
Sorry, I said thank you so much, Lyra, for sharing your story. You always have such an amazing story. And now I want to go over, and Angie, I want to go to you. You don't know that I'm calling on you, but Angie, would you come on and share your story for us?
Yes, I'd love to. I have been taking Relive products since July of 2010. And 3 weeks in, I told my husband, I can't imagine not taking these. I can't imagine not, it just was natural to me to be consistent with the shakes. And I've taken Relive every day since then. And my first result was, you know, energy and things like that. But other things come along. I'm a part-time 5K runner. I've tried a half marathon and I like my toenails. Anyway, my time average decreased without any changes. So I don't know. I went to my upline. I said, oh my gosh. And they just shook their heads because it wasn't unexpected for them, but it was very unexpected for me. I was basically healthy, but I did get results with allergies and female issues down the road. I went through menopause. It's just been life-changing for myself, my family. My son took it when he was in high school, and he didn't get sore in football practices like the other players did. But I'm 57 years old. I feel amazing. I went on my walk this morning and it was 23 degrees. I bundled up. I went out there. I did some weightlifting and different things. I'm trying to build some muscle because I have noticed that has changed. I know Relive is going to help me maintain and build more muscle with the products. It's just, I can't imagine life without it. I became a master affiliate. That the first 3 months after being a customer. And I just have never let go of my master affiliate status. No matter if I sponsor or if I get or lose customers, I have maintained my master affiliate status. It's important to me because I'm not giving up, and I want to share this with my friends and family and continue to share. And anyway, thank you for letting me share this morning. It's kind of, didn't have my little notes that I usually have, my little bullet points. I can stick them right here. But anyway, I didn't have that. So
You
thank
did
you.
great. Thank you so much. Your excitement is just contagious. It's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And now I want to go over to Kathy. Kathy, you don't know that I'm calling on you either, but Kathy, would you share with us a little bit about what Reliv's done for you? You may
Which,
have to.
yeah, me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm Kathy. I would love to. I'm Kathy Casey from Chicago Ridge, Illinois, and I had such great results right away with energy and stress headaches. I also was suffering with panic attacks almost every day, and I needed a hysterectomy. I added the shakes less than 2 months. My blood pressure went down over 40 points. I added the Luna Rich capsules, and my cholesterol has been perfect since. Those panic attacks were a thing of the past almost immediately of me taking my first shake. And I had that hysterectomy and went back to work in such a quick time that it caught the doctor's attention, which was pretty cool because I was over 50 at the time. This Energize Go, I love. It helps me get through these busy days of mine. And I'm still going to the gym 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night and still have the stamina. And this, not Energize, I call it Liquid Gold, the Luna Rich liquid. I'm telling you guys, it has saved me. I'm working just one night a week at a very busy restaurant. And when I get off of work, I can hardly walk. I take a dropper and 5-10 minutes later, I'm running up and down the stairs and getting stuff done. Excuse me, my family, I'm having a blast. They're joining me in the business and on the products. And I am working hard to become a presidential ambassador one day.
Wow.
And excited about that.
That is awesome. And I tell you what, everybody this morning looks great and young. And so this stuff doesn't just work on the inside, it works on the out, doesn't it? You look amazing. And you know what, guys, I want to share with you just real quickly before I turn you over to Mindy. I've been involved in Reliv 30 plus years. My background was nursing. I nursed for 3 years, and it didn't take me long to figure out I was overworked and underpaid. A friend of mine came to me, put me on these products. I was already taking 17 vitamins a day, but obviously it wasn't doing anything for me. But I got on this product in 4 days, energy went up, started feeling better. I was up to a pot of coffee a day. I went down to 1 cup a day within about a couple of weeks. And I tell you what, my main issue was migraines. I had had headaches 7 years prior to Reliv. They had done MRIs, CAT scans, really couldn't find anything wrong. Basically said it was stress. Got on these products, and guys, I tell you what, I've had a couple of headaches in 30 years, but nothing like I was dealing with almost every day. Allergy issues lifted, watched my parents get their health back in their 60s. And at that point, I thought, I know nothing about sales. I know nothing about marketing. I don't know anything about nutrition, but I got a good product and it sells itself. And so I started it part-time, started working with some people, putting them on the product. First month, part-time, made $1,500. And guys, I didn't have but 3 hours a week I could put into this. I was working 70, 80 hours a week as a nurse. I've stepped out on faith. I quit my job. I went full-time. I thought to myself, if this doesn't work, I can always go back to nursing. Guys, praise God, I have never had to go back to nursing. This has just been incredible. I help more people today than I could have ever helped in nursing. It took me 2 years to get to a 6-figure income. Today, I've got an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old. And I tell you, they've been able to get help. I've been able to help their dreams come true, I guess I should say. My daughter just opened a boutique, and both of them are in modeling. And I tell you what, none of that would have been possible without the Reliv income. So I tell you, the time freedom, the family freedom that I've had, I've been on 90 all expense paid trips with this company. I've seen the world on their dollar, and boy, you talk about some fun. And the next lady I want to introduce you to, she's one of the top distributors in the world with Reliv, and we've grown up together. And I tell you, we've roomed together. She says she won't ever room with me again, but whatever, I know she would. But we have laughed, we've cried together, we built this business together, and I tell you, it has just been an incredible friendship. friendship that Mindy and I have. So Mindy, I'm going to turn it over to you. I know you got some great stories this morning.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Oh my gosh, what great stories. And you know what? I don't know what's going on with our coffee chat this morning, but it's making me admit everybody. And I've got all these people texting me saying they can't get in, and I can't find how to admit them because it's not showing up now. So I apologize. I know there's a lot of people waiting to get in, and I just don't know if their names aren't showing up. So oh my goodness. But I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's staying warm and dry. And we're just going to continue to go around the country and let you hear some incredible stories. And we're going to start down in Jacksonville, Florida, and let you hear from Robin Washington, an ambassador with Relive. Robin, come on and tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Hi, everyone. My name is Robin Washington. And as Mindy said, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And you know, this journey with Relive has just been beyond our imagination. My husband and I actually met Relive 25 years ago. We got phenomenal results on the product. My husband with a degenerative spinal condition. That's where it all started for us, because the doctors were talking about putting him on steroids and doing surgery. But we bumped into this company. It was a godsend, and got started on the products. You know, we just heard what had happened to so many others, and it inspired us to give it a try. Kind of like Michelle, you know, we can always do the surgery and the drugs, but hey, let's give nutrition a try. And that's what we did. And it absolutely changed our lives. In a short period of time, my husband was up off the floor, back out to work, completely avoided the steroids and the surgery that the doctors were telling him that he was going to have to do. And guys, that was 25 years ago, and he has not had to do either one of those invasive methods. My son got phenomenal results with asthma, completely off all of his asthma medication. I myself didn't have any health issues when we got started with Relive. And that's one of the things that I love, is that you don't have to be sick to take these products. But I wanted to do more on the prevention side. And what I noticed was even stamina level. I no longer got tired midday in the afternoon. And literally just the strength of my immune system of all these years. My mother-in-law, who was 88 years old when we got her started on the product, she got phenomenal results with migraine headaches. She got flexibility in her joint area. She completely avoided a knee replacement that the doctors were telling her that she was going to have to do. My mother-in-law was on about 7 to 8 different medications when we got her started. And just over the 20 years, she was on these products for 20 years. And over the 20 years, we watched her body get healthier, to the point that little by little, she was able to come off all the medications that the doctors had her on, with, you know, working with her doctor. But what I really love about her story is my mother-in-law lived to 108. And she was on these products for the 20 years. And the thing that I say is that she was healthier at 108 than she was at 88. Because she no longer had the migraine, she no longer had the, she had flexibility in her joints, she avoided knee replacement, she was able to get off all the medication, she was in her right mind, she walked with a walker, she dressed herself, she bathed her, she was an amazing woman at 108. So she really inspired me that it doesn't matter what your age is, you know, your body can respond. And if that's all Relive did for us, that would have been great. But there is a financial aspect to this, and that's because we just shared with family members, friends, the people that we cared about, and an income grew. And at the time when we met Relive, we were a single income family. I was a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling my children at the time. So being able to create a supplemental income was phenomenal, to be able to stay home and homeschool my children and have income come in my door without me having to go out of my house. For me, that was fantastic. And just over the years, that income grew, literally built to a 6-figure income. And it allowed us to make a decision to retire my husband from corporate industry. And, you know, guys, my husband and I have have a lifestyle now that only God, all I say is only God, through Relive made it possible for us to be full-time entrepreneurs here at home in Jacksonville, Florida. So Relive has just truly, truly been a blessing to our lives. Thank you, Mindy, for letting me share.
What a great story. And Robin, as you shared your story, you know, it dawns on me that, I mean, Relive is for healthy people, it's for sick people, it's for everybody. I mean, somebody like you that didn't think they needed the product, to somebody like your husband that desperately needed the product.
Right.
And then to be able to share it with your mother-in-law who took it for 20 years and came off of her meds and just lived such a healthy life. That's got to be so rewarding. But I have a question for you. What is your favorite Relive product?
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah. If you can only pick one product, what would you pick? I know that's a hard question. I know I put you on the spot.
It is. Probably, let's see, today or yesterday. Probably I would absolutely, oh, that's a hard one. I love the liquid lunar edge. That's a hard one. Fiber Store is just phenomenal. I mean, I absolutely love the Fiber Store. I don't know. I that's a hard one to pick.
I know. I'm sorry I put you on the spot. That is a hard one because we've got about 15 different products, and I think I could build a business on any one of them because they're also
the lunar edge capsules. I mean, I that's it. It's like I cannot. It would be hard. That's something I'm gonna have to think about. Which one is my actual favorite? That's a hard one.
Yeah, I agree. You know, today's the last day of the month. Just a reminder, and so get your orders in. We do have a special on this Healthy Survival Kit, which is 2 bottles of Defense, a bottle of the melatonin CBD, a bottle of the Protect CBD, and a little jar of the balm. And you get
now that's one of my favorites.
Yes, I love that balm.
Okay.
So I'm going to get mine ordered today, and you know, you're saving much more than 25% when you add it all. I sat there and added all the numbers up last night, and it is an incredible savings. I've never seen Relive do this before. So great time to buy, great time to get requalified. If you're a master affiliate and need to get requalified. So all right, thank you, Robin. Appreciate you being on. And next we're going to shoot up to Chicago, Illinois, and let you hear from another one of my favorite people, Kathy O'Laughlin. Kathy, we've kind of grown up and relived together. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with you.
Oh my goodness, Mindy, it was so fun just listening to the stories this morning. Thanks for having me. It's an incredible day and incredible journey with Relive. I love that question, favorite products. I'll get to that probably in a minute, but it was just about actually November of 1990. So we didn't really get going until January of 91, but my husband heard the stories about these products. Bill was suffering from severe osteoarthritis in his knee, and heard the stories from Sean, and just, you know, he really did think, what if? And his attitude was he knew what happened when you put bad things in your body, and he decided to switch over and put some good things in. Personally, I was really skeptical. Bill actually was an attorney. He was doing option trading at the time. He learned about Relive. I was teaching full-time, raising 2 girls, volunteering at church. The last thing I thought I had time for was a business. And quite honestly, I wasn't interested in the products. My prenatal vitamins always gave me constipation and indigestion. And I actually was suffering from severe gastritis at the time Bill brought the products home. I had a history of female concerns that had plagued me from my teenage years. And I really didn't want the product or the business, but I watched Bill just change in front of me. He got serious, started taking the products immediately. I saw the swelling go down in his knee, the smile returned to his face. I couldn't deny that the products were making a difference. And for myself, you know, the energy was noticeable within the first 10 days, added 2 hours to my day. Within 4 months, I was symptom-free of all of those gastritis issues, my female concerns. I went on to participate in a 10-year-long menopause study, and actually was invited to return to that study just a couple of years ago. So I've had heart scans, fat scans, bone scans, you name it. I kept calendars for 10 years of menopausal issues. And breezed through menopause, never had any issues other than occasional hot flash. And so during that period, I would say Soy Essentials was my favorite product. But today, and Fiber Store obviously had just the greatest impact in my overall health. So at 71, I take no medications. I just recently completed my annual physical and mammogram, and I'm just so healthy thanks to these incredible Real products. And the liquid Lunasen, I haven't really shared very often, but a friend of mine had started this little program called Sleep Cycle on your phone because she has a snoring issue and we're both alone these days. But I put it on my phone and I had been tracking for about 6 weeks before Liquid Lunasen came out. And my sleep was moderate. I'd wake up occasionally, but the Liquid Lunasen, my whole sleep cycle has changed dramatically. My deep sleep is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And we know that sleep is critical to regenerating cells and your health. And it's just been amazing. So I totally love that product along with everything else I take. But, life has a way of creating changes for us. And, it was kind of a miracle that Bill found Relive in the first place. He was an attorney. I was a teacher. Never thought about any direct selling, any network marketing. Well, actually was kind of adverse to it. But the results just propelled us into the business. We started earning immediately a little over $1,000 a month, just retailing and wholesaling the product. And as people started getting results those first 90 days, we developed a whole organization of just incredible people around the world. Became presidential directors in 5 years and have created an income that has made all the difference in the world to our family. Tomorrow's Bill's 2-year anniversary of his death. He died way too soon, but the legacy that he's left behind is just so remarkable. We had an opportunity to travel the world. And I have that opportunity to continue to do that with our grandkids. We tell stories about Grandpa all the time. And the income has just created, it provided us a lifestyle that we would have never had in our conventional jobs or business. And so the memories that we've built together have been remarkable. And that's thanks to this incredible company opportunity and the products. Our grandkids are so healthy today because of what Relive's provided for us. I love what we've been able to do with Relive. Of course, I miss him intently, especially now, but I don't know where we ever would have been without this opportunity. We love Relive and the what it's provided for us, the financial freedom, the opportunity to create that legacy of passing it on to the next generation. My oldest grandson is truly the most faithful. He's been using the products for over 11 years, and he's going to be going to England in March to play some soccer with some English teams. And it's just been a blessing. I just can't even imagine. I thank God, I thank Relive, and the friendships, the family, the travel, the opportunities have been incredible.
Thank you so much, Kathy. And you'll be in all of our thoughts and prayers this week. I know it's a challenging week for you. Bill was an amazing guy, amazing friend, and I'm so glad that he left his legacy behind in you and your children and your grandchildren, and that you're able to live the life that you're able to live now, because we never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And
Right.
Unfortunately, Bill did pass way too early, but thank goodness that he saw the opportunity and invested his time and built a business that's going to continue to pay you for the rest of your life. So
Right.
we love you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to shoot out to Utah and let you hear from another ambassador, Jennifer Eves. Jennifer, would you come on and share? I'm so sorry you had a hard time getting in too. I'm sorry. I don't know why that Zoom is making me, here's another one I have to admit, making me admit everybody today. I've never had to do that before. So, and it's hidden behind my screen. So thanks for being on.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to share. It's good to see everyone. But yeah, my name is Jennifer Eves, and we've been involved with Relive for 20 years or more, I guess. But we're very grateful for the products and the opportunity. We started for our son, who was 7 when we started Relive, and he had been diagnosed with severe depression, ADHD, and oppositional defiant disorder, and it made life really hard at our house. He cried all the time, had rages that were crazy. He would kick and scream and hit and bang his head against the wall, and they'd last for hours. Like nothing would calm him down. And he was having a hard time in school with behavior and focusing. And we were getting calls from the school all the time. And I was looking for answers. I love researching. I'm super proactive. I just love finding answers and you know, praying for answers. And when answers come, trying things out. So I had stomach and digestive issues for 20 years. I had really severe ulcers, just daily, all the time. My stomach just hurt. I would just be doubled over in pain. I had really severe bloating, a lot of bowel attacks. So we got introduced to Relive, kind of jumped in with both feet, came in as master affiliates with no money at all. We were dead broke. We had $70,000 of credit card debt, but we put that on a 0% interest credit card. And I don't know why
your screen just went away.
I don't know why it did. It said it's unable to detect my camera.
Okay.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, that's okay. We can hear you.
Anyway, but I've never had that happen, but maybe it'll come back on. So yeah, we started on the products, and in a matter of days, my bowels changed, and in a couple of months, my digestive issues were gone, my ulcers were gone, and I've been 20 years pretty much symptom-free from those issues, which changed my life. And then our son, just gradually over time, his depression lifted, he was happier. He was, you know, and then just his behavior got better over time. His rages were the hardest thing. And so what happened over time is he just was having them less often. They wouldn't last as long. And my kids also used to get ear infections, and I was wiping their noses. They just were sick all the time. And, you know, we were just healthier in our home. So we've been medication free for 20 years, and we feel amazing and have very strong immune systems, which I'm grateful for. And the business has really saved our family. I think we would have lost our home without this business. My husband's self-employed, and he had about 3 years with hardly any work. So that's why we had all the credit card debt. We were putting our house payment and utilities and everything on a credit card. And so yeah, the business, we started earning, you know, right away, just like maybe $100 a month, but we just kept sharing, and we've been very consistent in sharing this business. And by about a year in the business, we were ambassadors, earned $40,000 that year. It doubled our second year. We paid off our credit card debt. We don't owe anything except a little bit on our home. And this business has been a huge blessing, and we've helped hundreds of people, which we love, and love blessing people's lives with Relive.
Don't you love the fact that you don't make $1 in Relive until you go out and you bless somebody's life? You know, every dime that we make represents a person whose life has been changed, either on these products or through this business opportunity. Jan, let me ask you one question. What do you feel like is the key to the business? What has been the key to your success?
You know, consistency, always looking for people. I just barely got back from a networking meeting that I go to every week, just always sharing and looking for people to share with, and plugging into the system, you know, just calls, getting people on three-way calls, helping them understand, you know, how awesome Relive has been. Just kind of doing the same, you know, like a circle of success, right? Like the same things, always adding to your list, always contacting people, following up, all the things that help you be successful.
Thank you. That's a great tip. And you know, you and I have been on many trips along with a lot of the people on the webinar today, and it's just so fun to travel with Relive. And Relive's right in the middle of a trip promotion to Maui. So if you're listening to this for the first time and you don't know about that, make sure you ask the person that invited you to watch this webinar about how you can get on that Maui trip as well. So thank you all so much for sharing today. I want to let you know that this Saturday we have training. It's going to be done by Jim Shaban, Hall of Fame member. he's going to be talking about stories, when to use them and when not to use them, and how to use them. So you want to tune into that. That's going to be this Saturday. Next Wednesday for our coffee chat, we're going to have all children's stories. So it'd be if you have people that are looking to get their children on the product and maybe they're a little, we have some questions, a little concerned about putting a child on the product, make sure you get them on that webinar next week. And we are going to start our December fun time, and everybody wear a hat, a Christmas hat, a Christmas headband, a Christmas something. So we can all just have fun and start celebrating this wonderful season. So thank y'all so much for being on today. Have a great day. Thanks for everybody that